Hi everyone, my name is Samantha McClellan and I'm the Social Sciences Librarian at the University of Louisville's Ekstrom Library. To sum up my job very briefly, my role is to help students and faculty with their research. Over the course of this brief video, we're going to cover a couple of things that will help you in your Social Work 602 class. First, we'll talk about the Social Policy Library module, which is not only an assignment for your class, but also a resource. Second, I want to introduce you to a couple of resources that complement the Social Policy Library module, namely the Social Policy Research Guide and how to get in touch with your librarian. Let's get started with the most pertinent piece of information, your Social Policy Library module. To access this module, you'll want to go to the Blackboard page for your course. From there, you can access the module through the Assignments tab. Let's go ahead and click on the module. The first page is the most important page of the module, as it essentially serves as an FAQ page for the Social Policy Library module. Let's first talk about the purpose of the module and why you're being asked to complete this module. This module is designed to orient you to resources commonly used by social workers, specifically focusing on social work policy to help you complete your critical thinking paper and oral argument. The module will also provide you with an overall familiarity with social policy. Social policy is important for social workers because policy can affect the type and level of service a social worker can provide. The module will use specific examples based on the 4 topics with which you'll become acquainted in your policy class: the gender pay gap, income inequality, childhood poverty, and elder income support. This library module is paired with the Social Policy Library Research Guide, one of those complementary resources we talked about earlier, and will be referenced throughout the module to allow you to refer to specific resources. Let's go ahead and take a brief look at it, as you'll be asked to refer to it throughout the module. What we're looking at is the Social Policy Library Research Guide. This guide is simply a web page that links to many relevant resources that contain or relate to social policy. These include links to resources to help you find legislation, laws and regulations, policy analysis, statistics, advocacy resources, and more. Again, this is a web page. It's free and you can use this after your course as well. You might even want to bookmark it, as these are resources you'll likely be using throughout your career. Let's go back to the module to review the rest of the first page. As we continue, you'll see you have a section on how to navigate through the module. This section is important because it will help you make sure all of the content is loaded within the module so that you can complete the exercises within the module. Next, there's a section on simply what types of content to expect in the module. The next section focuses on the graded activities. While this is a little on the text-heavy side, it's very important to review, as it will explain how the exercises work and how they'll be graded. Essentially, you'll be asked to answer some questions within the module regarding social policy resources, and you have the ability to earn 100 points from the exercises. This does not mean that the module is worth 100 points in your class, so please refer to the course syllabus for specifics on how this module will be factored into your final grade. You will be allowed 2 attempts for this module, and if during one of your attempts you're unable to finish, you can simply exit the module and come back to it at a later time. Your work will be saved. When you come back to the module, you'll simply see a pop-up and the option to resume. If you don't like your first score, you can go back and take it again. The highest of your 2 scores will be kept. A non-graded version of this module will be released onto your Blackboard course page for referencing after the grading period is over. Last but not least, there's a section on finishing and submitting the module and how much time to expect the module to take. There's a lot of content in here, so expect it to take around 2 hours. Please read this page in detail before you begin the module, and of course, if you have any questions, you'll notice my contact information on the right side of the page. Please copy your professor on any emails to me so they can be aware of any issues in the module. Now, for the second half of the video, let's switch gears and briefly review those complementary resources. To access these other helpful resources, we'll want to start from the library website, available at www.library.louisville.edu. We'll focus on 3 resources: how to contact your librarian, how to access the Social Policy Library Research Guide from the library website, and lastly, Research DIY. To get started, the first thing I want to point out is this icon to the right that says Ask a Librarian. Let's go ahead and click on this. This is where you can reach out to me or the social work librarian, Letitia Reynolds. You can select Meet a Librarian if you'd like to schedule an appointment, or you can also email us or call us. Again, the important thing is that you know how to contact us should you have any research questions. The next resource I want to point out is how to access the Social Policy Library Research Guide. This will be helpful to refer to throughout your time as a social work student and as a practitioner. To get to this resource, we'll click on Subject Guides. You'll notice that there are icons for many subject areas. That's because we make guides to recommend resources for all subject areas. In this case, let's navigate down to social work. To the right, you'll see the social work librarian, Letitia Reynolds, and her contact information. You can also select the schedule appointment icon to view her calendar and select a time that works for both of you to meet. You'll notice there's a general social work guide, and you'll also notice that there's the social policy guide. We already briefly covered this at the beginning of the video, so let's return to the main page of the library website. The final thing I want to point out is the Research DIY link. This is linked to from your Social Policy Library Research Guide, but it's helpful to note that it's also readily available from the front page of the library website. And that's it. You should now know how to access your Social Policy Library module, how to access the Social Policy Library Research Guide, and how to reach out to one of us should you have any questions. And with all that said, please don't hesitate to contact me should you have any questions, and happy researching!